Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about Wraith and why he's sort of been getting a lot of shit lately, and I wanted to go into that. Also, my face is completely numb. I just went to the dentist, so ignore me talking weird or not moving my mouth. It's very, very hard. I will try. Um, so personally, I don't have that big of a problem with Wraith. I think the changes they made were actually good. We've been asking for that base kit Windstorm for a very long time, and I am personally glad they added it. I think it's good. It gives them map control finally. But there is, I think, a couple of fair reasons that people are starting to not like Wraith now. And it's less to do really with Wraith itself and more the play style of the people that play Wraith. And really, all this is going to boil down to is the hit and run play style. Because back in the day, when Wraith moves pretty slowly, it wasn't really as advantageous to try this. So old Wraith would basically just, he'd hit somebody, you'd still get a free hit, but then it wouldn't be so advantageous to hit that person, then recloak and run across the map and spread pressure somewhere else because you're so slow. And it just really made it so, well, maybe I should just keep chasing this person. And so Wraith basically was the killer in the earlier days where he would, hit you and then he would get a free hit on you, but then you would at least get a chance to loop him or evade him in any way that you want, but you only have one health state now. That's basically what Wraith was. However, once he got buffed in several ways, it the main thing is his movement speed, especially with Windstorm on top of his existing Windstorm now. He has immense amounts of movement speed. And you can still play Wraith. This is how I play Wraith in a chase-heavy manner. I do like Spirit Fury, Enduring, and I recloak and chase. I uncloak or run short loops to whip around it. I also cloak and run to body block windows. Like, there's still interesting things you can do with Wraith that are not the whole hit and run strategy. And I think most people don't have a problem with that type of Wraith. The reason people have a problem with Wraith now is because the changes made to him incentivize the hit and run playstyle as the strongest playstyle, which, to be fair, it is. It's hard to give a Wraith shit for doing it because it's very smart. Wraith is still not amazing in an actual chase, but he is unmatched in getting that first hit. And so the reason he's complained about a lot more now is because that whole playstyle is rewarded with his incredible movement speed. You should be moving around the map, bouncing around and hitting people and then moving around again. That's what makes Wraith actually pretty good right now. But I'm going to switch it over to the survivor side and explain how I can understand. I don't personally really feel this. I don't have that much of a problem with Wraith, but I can understand how it's pretty uneventful to go against him. So basically, unless you have Spine Chill, you're sitting on a generator. Wraith uncloaks around a corner. They tend to all run all-seeing now too, so they can just see you through the wall and perfectly gauge which direction you're going to run. And so they're going to get that free first hit on you no matter what. That free first hit is just almost a guarantee unless you're like in the middle of Blood Lodge and you can see in all directions where he's coming from, then you'll probably be able to get somewhere a bit safer. But usually that first uncloak is going to result in a hit. Now, I would keep chasing, but that's probably not the smartest idea. So what a lot of Wraiths do is they hit you and then they just go somewhere else. And now the survivor is put into this awkward position. If they have a medkit, they heal up and just completely negate the Wraith's entire playstyle. As a side note, if you guys don't like hit and run Wraith, organize your team to have medkits in the pre-chat lobby. Medkits completely destroy this playstyle because the only reason it's good is because he can catch injured people off guard. If he hits you and runs away and you just heal back up again, all he's done is just waste his time while three other people work on gen. So medkits destroy this playstyle, like obliterates it. It's a joke if you all have medkits and you even have healing builds on top of that. This build is a joke, or this playstyle is a joke. But you can't expect to always have that every game. You can't expect to organize it every game. So say you don't have that medkit and you don't have the counter to this type of playstyle. Well, what can you do? You can go run somewhere and look for another teammate, right? But then you risk running into the Wraith because you're just running into the open and you don't know where he is. Or you can keep working on the gen, at which point the Wraith could come back and just get his other free hit. If you don't have Spine Chill, you're just going to go down. And so the problem here that I'm seeing is that with this type of playstyle, there's no actual chase involved on either side. The killer's not chasing anybody, and the survivors aren't getting chased. And that ends up being really boring because that's pretty much at higher level the only fun thing to do in the game. Now, I'm not even going to not include hiding too, because every time I say the chase is the fun part of the game, people get mad at me and say, well, what about stealth? What about hiding? Fine, let's entertain that too. The thing is, Wraith counters that as well because you're not really hiding from Wraith. Wraith is hiding from you. He sneaks up on you. He reverses that. So that playstyle doesn't really work against Wraith either. That's why I recommend Wraith for new players, because new players tend to hide. Wraith is very good at finding players that are hiding. So even that is sort of counter too. So we have a playstyle that rewards the Wraith for not playing the game, basically. And so we have survivors that are not getting chased. The Wraith's not doing any chasing. He's just getting free hits, randomly and running around and waiting for people to be injured to get another free hit. And survivors in this scenario are not really ever getting chased either. So just everyone's bored. And that is, I think, the main reason that people are complaining about Wraith now. It's because of that whole playstyle. If people played more aggressively and used their speed to, cut people off, body block windows, bring in Spirit Fury Enduring, or just Enduring, or, Brutal Strength, or those add-ons that kick pallets faster, Shadow Dance, I believe, and then the ones that uncloak faster, all these types of things, I don't think people would have a problem with whatsoever. It's just the hit and run style. It's just very, very uneventful for both sides. And that is, I think, why people are starting to complain about him a lot, because the changes made to him reward you for doing that quite a bit. And I think that really is all it is. It's just as simple as that. His current state and his current optimal playstyle is done in such a way in which neither side is having a chase. And for most people, that's really the only entertaining part of the game. So that's it. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Thanks for watching.